will turn my volume up pretty much all the way. I will turn y'all's volume up. And...
Oh, you're doing the Halo theme.
I was gonna say, you're trying to do the Halo theme?
Yes, I was like...
You gotta save that for your sci-fi one, man. You gotta save that for your sci-fi game.
I am unironically looking forward to that. If I do have the money to get it, I am so totally getting the Master Chief Collection when it releases on Steam.
Yeah, dude, Halo was my high school career, basically.
Dude, I've only ever played like some of Halo 1 and 2, but what little I played of it I fell in love with, and now I finally get to play that, which is considered one of the greatest sci-fi shooters ever. Hell's yeah.
Halo
that does not have anything to do with Pathfinder, however.
Why not?
I mean, we could turn on the technology rules and go meet the Tectonic League right quick.
Well, we're not going to go high-tech on this particular Rise of the Runelords, because that would be weird. But we are about to tell you that this is an adult podcast that sometimes features adults, that sometimes use adult language. You have been warned.
Thank you, Arbiter.
The Path Arbiter has spoken. Anyway. All that said, we got some announcements to do before we get directly into our Rise of the Runelords, just as we usually do. However, they are always less than 5 minutes. You can time me. Here we go. We did our disclaimer. It is an adult podcast, sometimes features adult language. We do have a Patreon going for both the Planar Crossroads and Black Dragon Gaming. And we have also a Subscribe Star whole thing set up for those that use Subscribe Star instead for the Planar Crossroads. You can check it out there. Speaking of those things, we have a monthly giveaway that we do as appreciation for our patrons and Subscribe Stars. You have to be of the Giant tier or higher on Patreon, or of the Flump tier or higher on Subscribe Star, and you will get in for a chance to receive this month, Rick and Morty Splat Book, which is our monthly giveaway. It is for 5e, but you can convert it whichever way you want to. And there you go. You can use Rick and Morty, and it's like, oh geez, Rick. And you can totally...
Oh geez, Rick!
Someone can be a Mr. Meeseeks. I don't know.
Oh no! Rick, we gotta roll for initiative!
No, we don't. We have a feat for that. That was a really bad initiative.
Oh geez, Rick, I didn't know that existed.
And then 3.5 rant ensues.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay.
I'm glad I don't know that's a thing.
There we go. If you want to have a 3.5 rant while you listen to this, do so in the comments. But we are getting pretty close. The last announcement, we are getting pretty close to our 500 subscriber mark on the YouTubes. So if we get up there, we're going to give away 2 physical items and then probably a one-shot. So you guys can look forward to that when we hit that. But that's everything that I have. Anything from you, Tommy?
Nope. Other than the craft request I had at the end of last session, that I kind of jammed in the Roll20 feed right before the session ended. Other than that, nope, got nothing. Let's punch a dog. I mean, that's bad. Wolves. Werewolves.
We're going to go kick some puppies. Oh, no. Oh,
I'm going to go into their house, and I'm going to kick their dog. And why did I do it? I remember the early days of the internet.
So, are we just going to start John Wick? Is this it? Are we making...
No. The werewolf.
What do I feel like this
John
is the
Wick?
start of one of those stories where the villain's only the villain to make the hero rise up or something?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are playing John Wick and you're about to beat on a dog, then that means you guys are the bad guys, and John Wick's going to hunt you down. So
I can take
prepare for Keanu.
I got favorite enemy Marvel Universe.
All right.
Did you say favorite enemy Marvel Universe?
Yeah, Skoros can take down Thanos in one go.
Oh yeah,
he would aim for that. He would grapple the head.
Yeah. Sure.
Stat him up, do it, make it happen. Put me up against Thanos. I'll die.
Put your level 10 butt up against Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet and stones?
Sure. I feel like the Infinity Gauntlet gives him the powers of a GM.
I feel like the Infinity Gauntlet is something I'd like to loot.
I feel like the Infinity Gauntlet can snap in your dust. So, I mean...
There's a 50% chance of that. Roll the percentage dice.
It's only 50% chance when it's non-intentional.
It's got to be. You got to kill half the people. That's his shtick.
No,
He
it
doesn't want
was
to kill me.
intentional.
He could kill
got
more
rid
if
of
he wanted to.
50%.
He just only killed half.
Yeah, he only wanted to
I'm his
kill
best
half.
friend. Is my next line of attack.
Which is a terrible
Anyway.
idea.
Boldrago, charm him.
Anyway.
Rampant colony collapse.
All right.
He killed his own daughter
Marvel
for that power.
Universe
what do you
stuff
think he's going to do
doesn't
to
get
you?
you guys any closer to getting your butts out of Wolf's ear, because last time, when last we left our heroes, the group had made it to Wolf's ear after doing some shenanigans on the actual bridge itself to be able to go across it, and Zhao made a wonderful ride control attempt, driving the cart, and was very proud of himself. He is best monkey, and he was very pleased with himself all through the night. He actually did sleep well, so he was quite contented. But you guys were able to make it across, make it to the inn. You did identify that bigger one, that wolf with two heads, is not a wolf, it is a warg. A two-headed warg of some kind, and that beast that was following it, that man beast, was a werewolf, and thus could reason out a few things about it, considering that some of you have fought them before. Now, while in the inn, you guys are looking around.
It doesn't even matter.
Too soon, Ross. That was good though.
You guys look around. In the morning, it's actually nice and bright. There's a wonderful sunny day out after the storm, and the Erastilian priest has come around and kind of let everybody know that no worries, the storm's passed. It'll be off fairly soon, and you could get back to doing whatever you were doing with such a nice roll. He does say that it'll probably take the rest of the day, so you could leave tonight, or late in the day after it's all off, or not. It's up to you.
So there's a decent amount of accumulation then.
Enough that it's got to melt off the rest of the night, which was the rest of the day, which was a problem. One of the problems that was happening before, if we remember things from last game about rain being so heavy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very happy that I'm not playing an orc with light blindness while the snow. So I wonder if it's possible. I don't know how the spell Fabricate works, but can we? I don't remember the name of the RV from the Wild Thornberries, but that with the wheel to turn them into skis. Is that the thing we can do?
Wild Thornberries,
I thought it was
this
just a
whole
fever
wagon?
dream.
I mean, yeah.
No, the
spell
wild
can probably-
thornberries was a national treasure, and anyone who disparages them is
Okay,
a
but
monster.
realistically, I think I could hypothetically turn them into sleds for a bit.
Well,
turn this bad boy into a snowmobile.
technically, that's all a sled is. It's just a wagon with skits on it.
with
So,
skis on it.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to necessarily roleplay it out, but since Brasut doesn't have to sleep for more than 2 hours, courtesy of his Ring of Sustenance, when Skoros goes back, Skoros has been carrying the horn of a red dragon around. I'm going to set it on the table, and if he can, in that amount of time, make a danbong out of it, so I'm no longer using my flavored Capania, the Verizian scarf, to grab folks. I'm going to carry this trophy around for my bravery forever, and also grapple people with it.
okay.
But I don't know if that can happen in one night.
I don't know. Levi knows how
Depends how
fast he can
quickly we
grab
react.
things.
Yeah.
Well, it
It is a special material.
right.
So, I'll let you...
I have we're assuming I have the base costs already.
Considering it,
Well, yeah, you have the material.
Yeah.
You're being given the horn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And all he really needs to do is shave it down and put a leather
Well,
cord through it.
Well, you know, you gotta let it keep some of its character. It's gotta have like a ridge on it still and stuff like that. And he's got a
I was
mark
hoping
on
I could
it.
just use the horn as a dead bomb. I was really hoping I could just carry
Well,
a red
it's
dragon's
like-
horn and grapple hook with it.
It's like that big
It's a little too big.
Yeah, fair.
for your medium-sized hands.
But we could
Sword smash.
start the preliminary sketch up of a design right now, and then this morning go get some trees, tie them to the wagon, fabricate
Okay.
them into skis. And
So
turn
Dragonhide
wagon
takes
into a
as long to
sled.
craft as normal stuff.
Okay,
Mhm.
so use
It
that
costs
as
more, but
your.
it takes the same craft time.
So
so,
use that as
let me-
your baseline then,
Right.
and you can
Now, if-
calculate that
Yeah.
up. So
I'm
that's
working
what,
on
I
it.
can also do the craft weapons with it. The 1 silver piece item and
Oh,
standard
yeah.
crafting rules. If you
I
wanted
can
to
get
do
that. If
that,
it's 1
then
silver
you could
piece,
masterwork
it's-
it.
Okay, so crafting stuff.
Done
Go
by
ahead
morning.
and do the mechanic.
Like,
Yeah, go ahead and do the mechanic discussion for the
Basically.
crafting stuff, either in the Roll20 or the Discord then. Because if you guys got to coordinate,
Okay.
and then you can make me rolls in the Roll20. So,
All right, but the plan is to keep going. All right.
Right.
right,
We gotta go chop that tree.
Forget
Skoros
these
and Egor will
wolves,
go bring some
man.
tree.
we just got
Oh,
chased by
yeah.
wolves. Forget these wolves.
Well, I mean, we already saw that they probably can't jump the broken bridge.
Yeah.
Can't jump
True.
it. I imagine they could swim it eventually.
If they want to freeze to death.
I mean, if we get stopped on the road leaving, then we'll deal with them there. I'm pretty confident I can deal with a wolf's armor class.
Same.
The breath weapon might
What's the
kind of
best-
suck, but the rest of it I can deal with.
Okie dokie.
For a second there, I thought you said I could deal with some wolves on a plane.
I'm
I could
tired
also
of these
probably deal
wolves
with some wolves on a
this
plane.
Did you go, we're allowed to say the swear words over here.
Yeah, no, we maybe. Actually, I guess that's the plot of The Gray, isn't it? Wolves in a plane. Anyway,
Necessarily on the plane, but there was a plane.
There was
good enough.
All right.
Skis! Yeah! Catch the giants! Who are certainly slowed down by the snow, I hope.
So we've got good crafting rolls, I'm seeing. If the plan is to leave then, so you guys are going to leave right away, as quick as you can then?
As soon as we can strap skis to this bad boy.
As soon as a couple of spells, basically. It's also really unfortunate that the permanent summoning of mounts doesn't summon something that's real good in the snow. Just saying.
but that's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like this is 2K to summon mounts all the time.
Makes sense.
So like, and yeah, so it just like it'll take me effectively for one cast to fabricate around her wheel. So like in less than a minute, we're in sled mode.
Man, I'm so happy about that.
Okie dokie. Less than a minute.
And that's what taking like little breaks to like walk.
Little breaks to walk.
So between the wheels.
Okay.
And I'm done in a minute. I don't think I need to, but I like it. It feels more Brasut to move to the wheels to form them.
Someone's making a dan bong, and we're gonna come back with a tree, and we're gonna get the sleds put on this, and we'll be out of here.
No, we're turning the wheels into sleds temporarily.
Turning the wheels into sleds.
Yeah.
I think
It's
on
the-
trees
I thought we were
was so
gonna,
bad
like,
episode.
bash
Called
some-
recycling, Kane. It's a thing. Gotta preserve the planet.
It's very environmentally friendly.
Yeah, cutting down
Um,
trees was so last episode.
Yeah, and it didn't even need to happen. But yeah, and
I'm sorry, I like to play marshals. I don't solve all my problems with magic.
No, we solve them with punches.
okay, and I would say that Brasut and Ja would be using Aid Another to just effectively add another 4 to Kellery's roll because he is so much better at the actual crafting of non-magical things.
Okay.
Like, our bonuses aren't anywhere near that for, like, craft weapon.
And that means also that it is, that means also that this Don Bach is going to be non-magical to start with, from what I'm understanding.
And then I can cast Masterwork Transformation on it if we get that.
Okay.
And just a standard action and a spell slot and some money.
Works for me.
Okie dokie. So, you guys are headed out fairly quickly then. It takes you a little bit to get coordinated and stuff, but by the time you do, it's gotten real sloshy. It's got to that point, but it's not off yet. So, you guys got your skis on there, and you're ready to go, and the brothers are seeing you off, and the one brother is kind of like, Night Angel, is there nothing that you can do about what's going on with all of the wolves?
Of course, but it's busy now. Perhaps later.
Oh, yes, I suppose. You will return.
What exactly
then?
would you have us do?
Well, for now they are trapped on the other side of river. I think.
Perhaps that will be enough. I don't know.
If it gets worse, you should call for help.
Oh, yes. I guess we'll do that. And they go back in their inn.
Perhaps you should have been a little bit more direct with your. Yes, we shall help you, but.
No, I have no intention to help them. It is not. No.
There you go. All right. So I would assume that Boldrago floats on up to the top of the wagon, has his little jellyfish ride up on the top of the wagon.
Yeah, short as it is
As
better.
Boldrago floats away, can I go back inside right quick?
Okay. Well, you can do that. What were you saying, Egor?
Oh, okay. I was going to say, as short as it is, it's better to save one town before stopping to save another.
Okay. So, you say that, and Willton starts to walk in.
Friends.
Yeah?
Before we are to leave, what would you have us do in order to take care of the wolves? Just get rid of those two really big ones you've mentioned. Yes?
That would be good. Those are the only ones we've seen in this. But no, not a lot of the other... Some of the other townsfolk are concerned, and some of them aren't. Some of them don't believe.
In the two-headed one, or the standing up one, or both of them?
Well, I mean,
I'm going to assume one.
How can we convince somebody that we saw a two-headed big wolf the size of a horse? You know? I mean, it's already hard enough to convince someone that you see a wolf the size of a horse. Well, this one has two heads.
Fair enough. Well, I should look into it while we are traveling, friends. Perhaps I can do something about it later. But for now, we must make haste. Otherwise, we will miss a very dire meeting.
Yeah. Dire, indeed, it seems, says one of the brothers.
I frown. Yes. Unfortunately. Very well.
And they just let you go.
And then just kind of like come back outside, frown as I see like the rest of the group probably all just sitting around the caravan, just like, you know, I just imagine it's like the little kid coming back out from the puppy shelter and everybody else just like, no. And I'm like, but he's so cute. And they're like, no. And I called him peanut butter. No.
No, whenever he gets to the door, the wagon has started to move slowly away.
Just kind of like, you know, get up to the door, kind of like just like start to open, feel the wagon just like lurch forward, just kind of like watch it go forward a bit. Just, why do I continue to work with these people? And just hop onto the back.
Okie dokie.
If I need to roll something like acrobatics, I can.
Oh, no, Egor helps pull you in.
So would Skoros.
Egor.
Egor.
Igor.
And that's why we have
I don't know
rope.
where the D comes from when I do that, but
I know where it comes from. You had an archer named Edgar.
Eddard.
Eddard. There we go. That's the D. Eddard. Anyway. So, Tommy says that he has sent out Scout Birdie. And Scout Birdie goes out. Making sure I'm getting everybody's stuff. Okay. So, Scout Bird goes out and scouts around a bit. Give me a perception check from her.
Alrighty. It has a full round action. She will guidance herself. And comes down to a 23. Yeah, I'm bad at math. Yeah, I have to
All right.
count all my fingers. You need me be.
No shame in counting on your fingers. It's not about how you count. It's if it's right or not at the end.
That's fair.
So a 23, you said.
Mm-hmm.
You guys kind of scout around a bit, and they had been ahead of you before, for sure. Most everything looks white, even to your bird. There's still that melting off point that's starting to happen. It doesn't necessarily obscure the stuff for her, but it's harder to get a bead on the other things. And she doesn't see any tracks in the snow, or technically the ice itself. So they probably didn't make any progress. So you guys might catch up even faster.
Okay, fair enough. And I don't see like little gray dots against the white somewhere.
No, doesn't see anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okie dokie.
I guess the survival check is kind of arbitrary.
Yeah, you got a road to follow, so
Okay, fair enough. Then we're good.
there is a road leading to, let's make sure we got it the right town. Ravenmoor. There's a road leading to Ravenmoor.
Okay.
So, from what I understand,
Now, since I've actually GM'd the Feast of Ravenmoor, I would know that there's actually only one road leading to Ravenmoor, so you wouldn't go through Ravenmoor to get like further.
okay.
So you wouldn't pass the town unless you wanted to stay there.
Okie dokie. I got what you're saying. That's our frame of reference for this one, as far as a path leading out of the city. So the path leading out of the city, that means that there's no real road leading to the Storval Stairs. You can head towards Ravenmoor, but eventually you're going to come to the point where you're going to have to take this thing off-road. Thankfully,
Fair enough. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Thankfully, it's mainly there's not like a lot of hills. Let me rephrase that. There's not a lot of trees, because the more you go towards the store of all stairs, which is kind of where you guys are thinking that you need to go, you are seeing a lot less trees and a lot more grassland. Still rocks and stuff, but you know.
Yeah, it looks like it turns into like Mesa or Badlands the further north we get into this area.
So.
Could you give us an idea where you think they are?
Of course, I can see them. But I'm still not sure whether or not you are intended to kill them or let them lead us to their master.
That is the question, isn't it?
Does it become easier, like, when the terrain breaks and it becomes more flat, is it easier for my falcon to find them?
Reasonably so. It would stand to reason that it would be easier to see them against a flat background.
Okay. So, perception again, I suppose?
Well, we're just coming out for the day, so what we need
gotcha.
is just as we did before. Wait, no, that was for that. So, let me check something. Okay. You don't catch a lot of stuff happening. There's, as you guys travel, you guys knew that you were about 2 days behind them. So you looked this day, and you looked out, and you didn't see any difference or changes in what was going on as far as them stirring. As she kind of circles through the day, she doesn't spot them. By the time the end of the melt is done and you guys stop to switch back to wheels, she hasn't spotted them yet.
Okay.
So the day is about to end and we're about to move forward in time. If you guys don't have anything specific that you want to do.
No, not for me.
Can't really think of anything.
Playing chess with Zhao.
I'll
Okay.
potions of night vision dark vision for folks.
Okie dokie. So
Way I don't have to burn my extracts.
Okay. So I'm hearing crafting, chess with Zhao. Egor is...
Zhao would generally win.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Most of the time.
Boldrago will take a look at the giants for the day's end.
Okay. Boldrago goes into... He's kind of floating along on the top, and it's kind of moving with the wagon. And as he does his thing to magically view them, again, your vision drops into the grass and the living things and travels through it. And you start to look around. You can tell your spell starts to look around and pull you one way or the other. And you see them, and they are holed up. And they seem to... You do this at maybe the... We'll say that you do this at the point of the day where they are... Where the melt has already pretty much happened. You kind of do it while they're switching out the skits to the tires, to the wheels, excuse me. And you see them in a small grove of trees that has had the stuff melt off of it, and they apparently had held up there, not wanting to travel in the ice, which you think is probably why they weren't spotted by Mattia.
Birdo.
Yeah. So
By my pink Yoshi monster.
so
Who is a dude?
What? Really?
Yeah, it's a dude.
Whoa. Mind blown!
The pink Yoshi? Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of... It's not a Yoshi, is it? It's a different thing. That's not this, okay? No distractions from the GM.
In the comments, Birdo lore. Make it happen, guys.
Okay. So, that's what you kind of find out. Then you guys had actually gained ground on them. So, keep it up,
All right.
and probably tomorrow. You've gained a day, basically.
How far away are we from the Storwell stairs?
From what you can tell, you guys are probably, because you guys are right here. They're in between you guys and Ravenmore at the moment, so you guys are going to gain on them.
Yeah.
And you'll get to him before the stair. But that is your information. So.
Yeah.
Well,
All the skits are changed out to wagon wheels, and you guys continue. And you get to about...
Okay.
Right about there-ish. Traveling through the night and all that.
It's really convenient.
It is. We are booking it.
Yeah.
now here comes the real question. Do we want to let none of the giants make it to Storval, or some of the giants make it to Storval?
If any of the giants make it back and know that we murdered them, it's just going to be an immediate, like, they're right behind us, get to the walls.
Yeah, that would be bad. I think the better plan is to, weird necromancy from Boldrago and get the information that way with, speak with dead on the head of somebody.
Well, there is both that, and we have seen he is good at convincing people. Perhaps he could convince one of them that others are going to stay behind and hunt and create a distraction to allow him to we kill those that aren't the one we've convinced otherwise off into the woods happily, and have fewer to fight later.
And the one that gets back to the Storval stairs doesn't know we're actively pursuing them. This seems to be the best plan.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Other ideas?
I just don't want them to know we're coming.
Yeah.
Whatever plan makes that happen.
Make it happen,
It's a good point.
We beat the crap out of all of them except one. That one gets dominated by Boldrago. And we just follow his footprints back to the Storval stairs.
Okay.
Because, it stands to reason, with enough invisibility extracts passed around, we're a very stealthy party. I ain't good at it, but with a free plus 20, I'm pretty good at it.
Terrible at it, regardless.
Okay.
Let's see how many of those I actually could pass out.
Who's got the best stealth in case we have to go shy a couple potions?
I have a plus 5.
I also have invisibility, so
In character or
Pat,
in the chat?
use some of that. Right.
Thanks, Dad, keeping us on.
More
point.
accurately, Kellery would know that he didn't have to offer me one.
Right. Okay. The person most needed for this plan would be Boldrago himself. kind sir. What are your thoughts?
Regarding what?
Letting you convince one that his friends have stopped to hunt. They will be along in a few days, but he is dedicated to going home, wherever it is he's going. That way we may deal with the others quickly and efficiently, while he way back without informing them we're following.
I see. Suppose it could work, but it could also fail.
If it fails, there's only one extra giant to deal with.
But then we would lose the ability to track them directly.
All right, we can convince one to lead us home to his home, and then we can strike without them knowing we're coming.
I agree.
It's all right.
Okay.
Skoros cracks his knuckles in anticipation.
Then that means...
But you need to mark one of them.
Yeah, you gotta pick one. All right, then. So, the plan is, from what I'm hearing, to have you guys scout them out, pick one, kill the others, convince, and then dominate the one to make sure that he goes home in such a way that will not arise suspicion. So, that being the case, we're going to need a combination. We're going to need to know how you guys want to do this, because you can track them. Boldrago knows where they are. He can use his abilities. How are you going to scout them well enough to know which one? Is that what you're going to do? What's going to happen?
We could just pick one.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Get
just
there.
like the guy with the big ears. He gets to survive.
Yeah.
The guy with the big ears.
But really, though, we just he doesn't necessarily have to be a marked individual. Like Boldrago could just get there earlier, or cast it from invisibility, and then that one goes away, and then we handle the rest of them.
Yeah, or it could just be as simple as someone dinging him with prestidigitation, like the one with the pork-wool handkerchief.
Yeah, there's a million ways to skin this particular owlbear.
Okay. So, what we'll do then...
My thought
Yes?
My thought on the way that it would be best is if the occurred first, like when they were resting, you cast and convinced while the others were sleeping. And he traipses off, happy in his newfound will to go home. And they sleep.
Okay. So that will require some stealth. How would you guys like to go about separating him from his friends? Because that's what we're doing right now.
Boldrago, under invisibility, goes there in front of us. We find the copse of trees they're staying at, and don't bull rush it, but when we get reasonably close enough that Boldrago can have invisibility cast on him, fly, dominate, fly back.
Okay. If that is the plan, then I will need stealth rolls.
Or just deeper darkness.
Also, that is also good.
True.
Yeah, has a longer duration.
I sleep better when it's dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could sleep in like absolute blackness.
I can. It is amazing. It is the best feeling ever. It is the best sleep you ever get.
Sleep is wonderful. Waking up to go to the bathroom sometimes requires good spatial memory.
Find a corner, you'll be fine.
I prefer
I'm not
not
weird.
to pee in my house corners.
I didn't say you were peeing in your house. It's somewhere where it's dark.
You implied it.
You implied it.
All right. So, clarify for me then, which one is happening? Are you guys going deeper darkness, or are you going invisibility? You
I'll
would
just go
know.
deeper darkness. It's more thematic.
Okay. You would
We'll
know
just fly.
that based upon your observations of them, that someone's always on guard.
Ah,
So you're gonna blind one. That'll freak him out.
No,
No.
like
Or just hit the guard.
here's the thing. They have dark vision, right? But it's like 60 feet, so they are blind beyond 60 feet.
Mhm.
So, as long as I don't get closer to 60 feet, they can't see me anyway.
And even then, dark vision doesn't pierce deeper darkness. So
Yeah.
if we wait till evening-ish, they can't see through in the first place because the light will be lowered from dim to dark to deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
So, it
So-
would kind of be like, since he's flying, it's kind of like they're looking. Like, I mean, they can't see anything in the air anyway, unless they're. I mean, yeah. There's only 60 feet. So if there's deeper darkness coming, they just see. I guess they wouldn't. Yeah, anyway. It's only 10 feet of range that I need
Okay.
to cast a spell. So it's just like, yeah.
Okie dokie. So I'm imagining him flying up in the air. He's just this. Boldrago is this form of darkness, this sphere of darkness flying in the air, and is well above their sight line, from what I would guess. And he just kind of gets right above the one, I guess, on guard, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that would make most sense.
You descend down directly above him. Let me see if he bothers to look up. It's surprising how many people do not bother to look up. He gets a natural 20, so we'll have to
Hello.
see. Hello. Ah! The darkness comes again!
Yeah,
And it's my new best friend! Of course.
Darkness comes for you.
No! Let me see. Where did they go? Oh. Go ahead and roll me that.
I'm not sure how traumatic it was the last time they met
I mean,
me.
probably fairly traumatic.
It was pretty traumatic, yeah. It's like, that was bad. There was existential crises on some of them and all that, so I don't think that you can. You're still being stealthy at this, so go ahead and roll me a stealth roll just for kicks and giggles.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's
That's a nat
That's plenty.
19.
yeah. That's a nat 19 plus whatever, so that would beat his perception anyway. Not even bother going to look it up. So he kind of looks around. You kind of see him go. See a funny look come over his face, and he kind of looks up, and he just kind of stares for a second, and you can see him staring at you, but he didn't see you. And then some knowingness comes into his eyes, but not before you're able to cast. So he's trying to beat what?
21 will.
Okay. Probably not.
let's hope.
Oh my goodness, another natural 20. Okay. Now, I don't get to roll this good when when it's a battle. No, I have to roll this good now. Okay, so...
I mean, that was a very clutch place for that roll, because if he natural 20, it's a save. He succeeds.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
So you see him... You see his And he goes, "The darkness returns!" And he yells that at the top of his lungs, and everybody wakes up. And so, that's what we're going to call it at tonight, as Boldrago, the Angel of Darkness, has been spotted.
Has failed us.
Getting a bit aggressive there, aren't you, Tommy?
Yeah, I need my full caster. I'm a wee, tiny, insignificant marshal. I need my full caster to function.
All right. Well, I don't think that there's much to worry about, but you'll have to find out if there is next time, because I don't think it would be good for the flow of the game and the flow of the viewing to dive right into something for about 15 minutes. So, we're going to call it here. We hope you've enjoyed. The battle is about to, well, something's about to happen. We'll see what happens. We saw how he handled everything before by himself, so we'll see what happens this time. The pit wizard.
We'll do fine. It's a full
shaman.
caster.
I mean,
The pitomancer.
I mean, they don't have anything new in their toolbox, I assume. So
No, dude, they've been kicking boars this whole time. They've all got barbarian levels now. No, they've all got their own pit shaman levels.
Return of the Arcane Excavator!
So, we'll see next time, but we hope you enjoyed this time. We hope you enjoyed this content, and we hope you remember that all of the content on the Planar Crossroads has been brought to you, not by YouTube or ads on it, but by travelers and viewers like you. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless. Goodbye.
bye.
We should have also told
Bye.
vendors. Bye.
Bye.
Something, space bag. Bye.
Goodbye.
This content was made possible by travelers and viewers like you. Thank you.